It takes more than 5 minutes to free the world. So, why do people do evil? Why harm people? I could have started this with why do people do something they do not want to do? We have answered this with pressure from authority to punish you for not complying with an order. Good people become bad. That is why we have people with PTSD coming out of the military and cops having to take counseling. They don't realize it is because they are acting out the intentions of pure evil. They are so psychologically damned from what they have done to people. They become traumatized in a constant thought loop of the moments they have acted like animals, not the men they thought they were. They think they're doing good by following orders, but they are not. If so, why does it feel so bad? Why continue the cycle of angst and inaction over and over until it feels normal? There are people that do stop fighting wars and start on disaster relief operations, yet still support the organization that led them to do the things that gave them nightmares with honor, as if what they did was something to be proud of. Everyone he knows is proud of him, but he should know better, knowing how it feels. So that could be the reason people support government, because they cannot imagine a world where everyone around them does not. This is how important our imagination is. However, imagination is not necessary to know right from wrong. The only way to keep people from falling into the situations that cause PTSD, where you have to kill or be killed, explosions everywhere, is to talk about your wife and what led you to that point, to the effect of influencing other people from whom think that's something that they want to do with their life, so that they do not make the same mistake that you did. Do not allow authority to pressure you into doing something that does not feel right. Why would anyone why would anyone do that when they value what they get out of obedience higher than truth? To them, knowing it feels wrong, it would be easier to continue on as if it is not the truth. Only my personal conviction that government is slavery. Nobody else in the police officer or military member's life can see this without their help, and to acknowledge that government is slavery, in fact, goes against their livelihood. If they were to even entertain the idea that government is slavery, then that would mean having to reevaluate their entire life. You are not a cop, you are a human being. You're not just a human being, you are conscious vibration, your soul. If the police officer in therapy doesn't learn the authority he wields over people is illegitimate, there will be no change in his life. Not the one he is looking for. You go to therapy when something is wrong. Wrong things need to be corrected. Why it needs to be so should be obvious. I will explain it in elementary terms. Wrong is bad. Bad is not good. Good is moral. Moral is righteous, which is short for right. Right is not wrong. Wrong is what you are in therapy for, officer. It does not feel good. You are incorrect and need help. So let's get to work. Your belief in authority causes you to think slash act like a slave to government and think slash act like a master over those without authority. This is the cause for all of our self-inflicted suffering. We refuse to accept authority is immoral on grounds of being a claim of ownership over another individual. To be able to dominate in ways others are not allowed, which, in the eyes of everyone else that believes in authority, morally justifies you to act under command and restraining me for non-compliance. Nobody else can do that to me, but you can. Other people just see it as an inconvenience on their traffic route. They know they cannot do anything. Everybody knows not to fuck with you. Nobody respects you. They fear you. They don't love you. Your lifestyle is not practical if you want to be happy. It is apparent in the fact you choose wealth over spiritual health, which promotes true freedom, not patriotism masking a disassociation of objective reality. Objective morality. Not masking an association of the reality of an objective morality. What makes someone a bad person needs to be identified. To be a bad person, you need to do things you know are wrong. You ignore the fact you are harming someone else. These are situations you these are situations where you tell people to do things. There are situations where you tell people to do things with an amoral standard. You expect the people you order to obey and not ask questions. There are also situations where you actively support evil via finance, time, attention. Then they're seeing and feeling and knowing you are witnessing something wrong and doing nothing to stop it. If good people can become bad, then bad people can become good. What makes a bad person? A bad person may have no public proclamation to condone amoral behavior, but their intentions are seen in their actions. Sadly, someone may ask what makes something bad because they were never taught. Worse, someone may not ever be inclined to critically think about objective morality. What is best is when your thoughts and emotions align to your actions. This way you live with no internal contradictions. It is possible to understand the ways people are violated in order to clear yourself from participating in evil. The ways people can cause suffering include murder, rape, theft, assault, coercion, deception, and trespass. I've talked about these in great detail in my other videos. Here on YouTube. Thank you for your time and attention so far. Another thing that I talk about is a matrix of objective morality and the free will choices of every individual soul. I want to compare this matrix concept with my latest proposal. Government is a simulacrum mimicking nature. Suppose I could be so good at writing, I can make things up, and in an effort, people understand when it doesn't make sense. Based on how I am taking information not presently known, in this tense, they hear this line of thought for. Alright. Everything I'm writing is coming from my mind. Another thing I talk about is a matrix of objective morality and the free will choices of every individual soul. I want to compare this matrix concept with my latest proposal. Government is a simulacrum mimicking nature. Suppose I could be so good at writing, I can make things up, and, in an effort, people. Oh, suppose I could be so good at writing, I can make things up, and put in enough effort. No. Okay. Suppose I was making all this shit up and people were fucking able to believe me because I was so fucking persuasive. In this tense, they hear this line of thought for the first time. Oh, that's as far as I've gotten. Uh, that's to be continued.